Right, I realised that I actually did 3 examples with similar symbols with the minus and the plus, so I'm actually just going to do one more example as well, which doesn't hurt. So if I just get my piece of paper. All right, so it's not too difficult in terms of the factors, but just so we've done a couple with different signs, I'm going to do 4p squared minus p minus 3. So you can try this one first if you want, and then I'm going to talk it through now. So there's no highest common factor, and it is a trinomial. It's not a difference of 2 squares. So M. So we're multiplying to 4 times negative 3. Make sure you include that negative. So you're multiplying towards negative 12. And here, there's not actually a number, it's just a minus p, which means it's minus 1p. So we're adding towards the negative 1. All right, let's write out the factors of minus 12, negative 12. So we could do 1 and 12. Obviously, one of them will have to be positive and one of them negative, but that won't work if we do that to try and get to negative 1. So we're going to rule that out. We've got 2 and 6. Again, we can't do add one of them, take away the other to get to minus 1, so we're going to rule them out as well. We have 3 and 4. Oh wait, this looks a bit better. We have to get to negative 12, so one of them's positive and one of them's negative. We have to get to negative 1, which means we want plus 3, take away 4. Plus 3, take away 4 is minus 1. So going back to our expression, we've got 4p squared, which stays the same. Then we use these two numbers here to break this minus p up. I've got a plus 3. Don't forget to put the p back in as well. Plus 3p minus 4p. And then you still have the minus 3. Minus 3. Okay, break it in half. And our highest common factor here, 4p squared plus 3p. There's no highest common factor of the numbers in front of the p's, so that means our highest common factor is just p. P, open the brackets, 4p and plus 3. P times 4p is 4p squared. P times 3 plus 3p. Okay, let's look at the second half. Now this was actually probably a good one to do because as you can see there isn't a highest common factor here, minus 4p minus 3, so we need to put a minus 1. If there's no highest common factor, you just put a minus 1 and open the brackets. We did a minus 1 there because there was a minus sign here. We just always take that down. So minus 1, we've taken the negative out here, which means it's going to be 4p and plus 3. To just double check that, this minus 1 times 4p minus 4p minus 1 times positive 3 is minus 3. All right, we have this same bracket repeated. We've got a 4p plus 3 and a 4p plus 3. So that is a good sign. And that is our first bracket, so we can write that out. 4p plus 3. And the other one, hopefully you've seen already, comes from p minus 1. So we write that as our second bracket. P minus 1. And that is you done. All right, just since this is quite a tricky process, I think it's just tricky to remember, but once you've got it, it will actually be quite straightforward. So let's have a look at one more example. This time we're going to have 3v squared plus 10v plus 7. Okay, is there a highest common factor? No, there's not. It's not a difference of 2 squares, and it is a trinomial with a number in front of the v squared. So we put m, a, m to help us. So we're multiplying to 3 times 7, multiplying towards 21, and we are adding towards a 10. Adding towards 10. And if it helps, like I said in the last video, you can put those little positive signs in just to remind you that it is positive. So let's go through the factors of 21. We're going to add to 10. If you see them straight away, absolutely no problem, just for you to go straight into what the factors are. If not, it's always good to just go through them in order to help you not miss any. So 1 and 21, if we add them together, do we get 10? No, we don't. 3 and 7. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 plus 7 is 10. So we've got plus 3 and plus 7. We go back to the original expression. 3v squared stays the same. Plus 10v, we use these numbers and we put the v back in. Plus 3v plus 7v, and you still have your plus 7. So it should look like that. Okay, break it in half. Take the highest common factor out of each half. 3v squared plus 3v. Highest common factor is 3v. Open the bracket. First term is v. Second term plus 1. Close the bracket. Then we've got a plus here, which is different from the ones we've done before. So you've got plus 7v plus 7. Highest common factor is 7. Open the brackets. And again, you have v plus 1. So it looks good. You've got a repeated bracket there. You've got v plus 1 and a v plus 1. So that is our first bracket in the solution. V plus 1. And the other one, hopefully you can see already, has come from outside, the 3v plus 7. 3v plus 7. And that's you done. So here's some examples there for you to try yourselves, and there's lots more in your booklet.